I'm Nancy Lawless, and this is my husband, Bob. And we live in Bartonville, Illinois, which is in central Illinois.
My name is Mike Eckstein. I'm from Mapleton, Illinois. This is my wife, Tori.
Unique story because we're here together in this shoot. My friend Mike, lifelong friend Mike, having breakfast with him one morning, and he and his wife were looking at the Veronas because it was a Super C. And I hadn't really gotten into it that much, but after that breakfast with him, I came home to my wife and said, I think we ought to do this too. So now we're here. We both bought the Verona 36 VSBs and very excited about it.
I came home and he's like, I've been watching these YouTube videos. You've got to watch this guy. And if we're gonna get a motorhome, this is what we're gonna get. We're gonna get a Super C. So he can, I don't know.
She said, what's a Super C? I said, you better sit down. She was at work still.
I was still working.
I was retired and I've been watching these videos and I said, you better sit down. So she did. She goes, are you serious? I said, yeah. I said, if not now. She retired at the first of the year. So it really worked out good. We were able to order the coach. And of course, with everything going on, it's so busy. And so we ordered it in August and we're picking it up today, or yesterday and today. And I said, you gotta watch this guy. He's amazing. Well, one of the things we liked was being new to camping. We liked the all electric feature. So there's no propane on the coach. And that is a safety concern, or can be. And one of the other things, we decided to get the 2021 because a lot of safety features on it, the crash mitigation, the adaptive cruise control, things like that. You want to be safe as you can when you're out there on the road. And these coaches, if you're going to be in a motorhome, this is the way to go.
And we went ahead and bought the 2021 because we like the new sleepover, the cab, the bunk over the cab, because that'll give us a little more room for those grandkids up there. And we really like that feature also.
We'd like to travel, see the country. There's plenty to do out there. We've never camped or had a motorhome or had any kind of a RV vehicle. And we started watching YouTube videos and we got watching Chuck. And the more I saw Chuck, the more I had to meet him. So things progressed and we decided, let's go see the country with Chuck.
And we're going to be traveling with our motorhome also. We hope to use it to travel, and we have 4 grandchildren, so we're hoping to get some extra bonding time with the grandchildren and maybe take them to explore parts of the country that they hadn't seen yet and make some memories.
Along with that, one of the reasons we've drove 1,600 miles to IWS is Mike and I both, and Tori, my wife, we've done a lot of research, and there were dealers closer to us, one of which we visited. And while we saw the product as being exceptional, the product itself, we didn't really have a comfort level with the dealer. And the more we investigated, the more comfort we got with these productions right here of satisfied customers. And now that we've had the experience to be here and be an active customer, those were real testimonials, just as this is.
Well, we bought these coaches. Basically, we went to Indiana and drove them, but we bought these sight unseen.
Basically, just because of the reputation of IWS and the satisfaction that people who have been here have experienced. And since we've been here, we've experienced that. We've had a few issues with our RV, and they have been right on the ball, prompt, taking it in, got it fixed, anything we needed, and we are just so impressed with the customer service.
That is tops. I mean, you can talk about Dave and Chris, Mike Hurd. I mean, Chuck, got to tell you about Chuck. So we came in on Easter Sunday, and we decided to come over to see if our coaches could be looked at, and they were both in the garage, so we could look at them from the rear. So we were just kind of milling around the parking lot, and my wife said, well, there's there's Chuck's new building that we've seen him talk about. Let's go over and look at that. So we were over there looking and we're peering in the windows and here comes a guy and a gal in a car.
This is Easter Sunday afternoon.
And we said, that looks like Chuck. And so we hollered at him, hey Chuck. He pulls in, gets out, shakes our hand, asks us if we want to tour the building, spent an hour and a half with us and talking anything we wanted to talk about. Showed us his process. It was awesome.
And I'll just add, if you've watched Chuck's videos, it's the same guy that you meet in person.
That's Chuck.
That's Chuck.
Real deal.
Yep.
It's the real deal. So, and IWS is the real deal. We wanted the Super C for the safety factor of it, a Renegade for the craftsmanship, and IWS for the service and the sales, because they're it.
And the training is awesome because we've had, never having an RV before, I've had hundreds of questions and they have been very patient, very kind, very just taking all the time in the world we needed to explain things, just willing to help in any way we can, and the training is exceptional.
The statement was made today while we were having some minor repairs and questions answered. The statement today from one of the technicians was, while you're here, you're the most important thing. We had an issue with our coach this morning, and I went over to talk to him at 9 o'clock this morning, and they said, we'll be out in 15 minutes and get your coach in and get it fixed. And by noon, it had been in and back out. And
You were back in it.
And we were back in it in 3 hours. So that's incredible. You know, when the statement is made and followed up on, you're the most important thing here today, and it's taken care of, that's priceless.
Like we talked yesterday, that when we leave here, that their hope and our hope is that they never have to see us again till we come in to buy a bigger and better unit.
I can summarize by saying this: if they follow through on their warranty and services as they have followed through on our pickup in getting the coaches ready and getting the small things taken care of now, if they follow through the same way for the warranty period as they have while we were here, 100%. I'll let you know in a year.
I think for us anyway, and I'm sure Mike and Tori, was when we opened that door and we looked at that coach, we said, oh my word, this thing is beautiful. And you just are kind of in awe of the craftsmanship, the detail. We walked in and there's a little name plaque that says, you know, this was custom built for Nancy and Bob Lawless. And I'm going, it's just those little things that mean so much.
A welcome basket on the
Yes.
table.
It was just a wonderful moment that this is something we've been waiting for so long, and now it's finally here.
It's a big step for us. It's a big step for my wife and I, and it's a big step for them financially, okay, and a life-changing, the next adventure type thing.
Yeah.
And it's not something that we didn't do some research on, and our research led us here.
And when we walked in, there was our motor coach with our name, welcome to the Lawlesses and welcome to the Ecksteins. And it was just that little personal touch that makes you feel that we've really made the right decision.
Your family.
Yeah. We would recommend IWS
Always.
to anybody.
If you're thinking about a motorhome, a trailer, a tow truck, I don't care what you're thinking about, this would be the place to get it.
And from the beginning, through our emails, phone calls, there was no sales pressure or anything like that. And you could tell the knowledge,
Yes.
the experience, and there's a passion here for what you guys are all doing. And I liked that. And obviously that's why we're here.
That passion goes all the way from the top with the owner, Chuck, all the way down to the people that have been servicing our coaches there.
All the same,
They want to be
they
here.
want to be here. There's no, oh gosh, what do you bother me with that for?
Yeah.
You know,
They love their job.
They love their jobs.
And we're so blessed to be able to find IWS at this time, so that when we leave here, we know that we're secure in the knowledge that if anything does go wrong, all we have to do is make a phone call and it'll be taken care of. And that's a lot of peace of mind when you're out on the road.